Hey guys, it's Shaka from Watch Off Fifth, and today we're covering watches that are under 20K here at Watch Off Fifth. This is the price range where the Rolex market really opens up and you're getting a lot of options from other brands as well. First up, we have something very collectible and special. We have the Omega Silver Snoopy. With this one, you're getting a lot of history, that beautiful blue ceramic bezel and blue PVD hour markers. This watch walks that line of being obviously a very serious watch, a very collectible watch, but you're also getting Snoopy on the dial, and I just think it's really fun. It brings out the inner kid in all of us. And it's not overt like the AP collaboration with Marvel. It's a nice little nod. I also think this would be a very cool daily piece for most people. We sell this Silver Snoopy Speedmaster for $17,000. Coming up next, we have the Neo Vintage Rolex Zenith Daytona, reference number 116523. I feel like this is a lot of watch for the money. It's very close in price to brand new Rolexes at retail. You're getting something classic and you're getting that Zenith Daytona movement. And we at Watch Off Fifth have this watch at $18,500. Next up, we're doing a deep dive into Rolex and all their models within this price range. First up, we're going to cover the Rolex Datejusts. I love this collection of watches because it's the most versatile. It looks great dressed up, looks great dressed down. It could be your one watch collection. And within this $20,000 price range, you can get pretty much everything within the Rolex Datejust family. The discontinued motif dials, the dials with the diamond hour markers, which I have to say look amazing on both men and women, floral motifs, the palm motif, the standard dials, the fluid bezels, the Jubilee bracelets, you name it. When it comes to Datejust, we have you covered under 20. Next up, we have the most recognizable model family in all of watches, the Rolex Submariner. We're going to kick it off with the black bezel, black dial variation, reference number 126610LN. There's not much to say about this watch. It's most people's one watch collection, and we at Watch Off Fifth have it priced at $15,500. Next up, we have the two-tone variation of this watch, reference number 126613LN. And this one is priced at $15,540. Next up, we have the Rolex Submariner, reference number 126610LN. I think this is a great watch for somebody that wants just something a little bit different from the standard. And this one's priced at $16,300. And if the Starbucks isn't your favorite shade of green, then I would suggest go for the Kermit MK2 variation, the one that just came out this past year. The only two difference between these two watches is the price and the shade of green on the bezel, as the Starbucks has a little bit of a cooler green, where the MK2 bezel has a warmer shade of green. And this sub with the MK2 bezel is priced at $17,000 here at Watch Off Fifth. Next, we have my personal favorite Submariner, the Blue Z. This one I feel like is so colorful, so vibrant, and I feel like it's the dressiest out of all the subs. Some people think it's a little tacky, but I think it's perfect. That warm two-tone feeling clashes so perfectly with the blue bezel and dial. To me, it's a masterpiece and it's my dream sub. We here at Watch Off Fifth sell the Blue Z sub at $19,000. And the very last sub I'll be covering is the discontinued Hulk Submariner, reference number 11610LV. I really love the vibrant green on this dial, and if you're someone that sees themselves wearing a lot of different shades of green and wants a sub that gives a little bit more of an elevated feel, I feel like this is the perfect watch for you. Next up, we're going to talk about the Rolex GMT. As you can see, I love a good GMT. You can never go wrong, especially if you're the kind of person that's on the go. The cool thing about the modern GMTs is you have the option of oyster bracelets or the Jubilee. And first up, we have the Batman GMT, reference number 126710. The oyster variation is priced at $17,800, and the Jubilee variation is priced at $19,150. Again, remember, these watches are unworn and have come out from Rolex within the last 2 years. Next up, we have the only left-handed variation GMT, the Sprite, reference number 126720. On the oyster bracelet, you can get this watch at $16,400, and on the Jubilee bracelet, you can get this for $18,000 flat. Alright guys, we have the last model within the Rolex family at this price range. It's going to be the Sea Dwellers, specifically the Deep Sea variation. These watches were made for deep sea diving and are much bigger than your standard Rolex Submariner. First up, we have the black dial variation Deep Sea, reference number 136660. And this one's priced at $15,250. Alright guys, the last and final watch on this list is the James Cameron Deep Sea Challenge. Reference number 136660. Besides the crazy water resistance on this watch that probably none of you will ever need to use, I really do like that blue to black gradient on the dial, and the pop of green I think is also very nice. You know, at 44 millimeters, this watch really isn't for everybody, but due to the name, I think it'll be a very, very collectible piece for a lot of collectors. So that's it guys, these were our watches under 20K. Let us know in the comments which ones you like. And if you like any of these watches, feel free to reach out to us directly or through social media. We'd be happy to help. And thanks again for watching. We'll see you next time.